The tale of 𝗧𝗟𝗢 village in the enchanting village of 𝗧𝗟𝗢, where sunbeams dance through lush green valleys. A heart-wrenching tale of love, betrayal, and redemption unfolded. King 𝗧𝗟𝗢, a compassionate ruler, cherished his subjects, but one soul held a special place in his heart. Precious, a slave boy. Precious's gentle spirit and kind eyes reminded the king of his own vulnerability. Despite his royal status, the king felt an unexplainable connection to this young slave. Meanwhile, Prince Gold, the king's son, reveled in cruelty. He tormented Precious, treating him with contempt. The king, aware of Gold's misdeeds, hoped his son would change, but Gold's heart remained hardened, fueled by entitlement. On the day of the king's anniversary celebration, he summoned Prince Gold. "Ask me anything, my son, and I shall grant it," King 𝗧𝗟𝗢 said, his eyes brimming with love and longing. Prince Gold's response sent shivers down the king's spine. "Choose between me and Precious, celebrate one, and imprison the other for a year. After release, the imprisoned one must serve the celebrated one." The king's face contorted in anguish. He begged Gold to reconsider, but the prince repeated his demand, his voice devoid of empathy. With a heavy heart, King 𝗧𝗟𝗢 paused, collecting his thoughts. Tears welled up in his eyes as he spoke words that shook the palace. "I choose Precious, the one who has shown kindness, compassion, and humility. You, Gold, have shown none of these virtues." Gasps filled the air. The king's voice cracked as he continued. "I have protected Precious from harm, not just as a slave, but as my own flesh and blood. You, Gold, were raised as my own to safeguard my true heir." The truth stunned the villagers. Precious, the slave boy, was the king's biological son, swapped with Gold, the slave's son, to safeguard his life. As the guides led Gold away, the villagers realized their beloved Precious was, in fact, their future king. Tears of joy and redemption filled the air, and King 𝗧𝗟𝗢's heart swelled with pride, knowing his true son would rule with kindness and compassion.